We are live. You see the thumbnail? You see it. Battle of the Giants. We got the best pound for pound heavyweight champion going against
Ferreira.
or Ferreira. 6'8" Ferreira. The guy is just a skyscraper walking around there like the Empire State Building.
Ferreira is a
Is a scary looking man. All right, if you was to stand next to him, you'd be just just this small. The guy is huge. He made Francis Ngannou look kind of, I don't want to say small, but you can see there was a difference in size.
but still Ngannou
Is the best. What is this? What is this nonsense? Ngannou is the best pound for pound heavyweight on the planet right now. He was in the UFC, okay? He beat he beat the champion over there, Stipe, folded him. All right, left the UFC because of a better contract. Went to the PFL, got the opportunity to box. Went ahead and boxed. All right, did very well in his first outgoing. Got knocked out in the second outgoing. Still, two boxers who are at their prime, at their top of the top of the top of what they do. And Ngannou went out in there and competed.
so for PFL,
Right now, they have just this main ingredients. All right, this main little seasoning right on top of there. Where Ngannou is literally, he wanted to fight John Jones. He's in this position now where if he beats Ferreira, not even arguably, he is the best heavyweight on the planet. Okay? How many people think that Ferreira could beat Stipe Miocic right now? The Stipe that we don't even know 4 or 5 years ago. But how many people think that Stipe could beat Ferreira? I don't think so. The guy is athletic. The guy does a backflip after beating somebody into oblivion. Okay, if that's not athletic for almost 7 foot man, that's like saying, "Hey, Shaquille O'Neal, can you do a backflip, please?" Can you imagine Shaquille O'Neal doing a backflip? That's what Ferreira brings to the table in mixed martial arts planet. The guy is a freak. The guy is athletic. All right. So, for what I'm saying is, once Francis Ngannou puts this boy away, because I do believe Francis Ngannou has the ability and he will put this boy away. And once he does, I hope he gets on the mic and says, "John Jones, I am the greatest of all time. And if you want to be the greatest, you fight me." That's what Francis Ngannou should say. Okay? That's what he should say. I'm just being real. All right? I'm just being real. I'm so glad for Francis Ngannou. John, World of Shapes. That's what's up, World of Shapes. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, all right? Like and subscribe, all right? It's not that much, all right? It's not that much for a little bit of, a little bit of love, a little bit of that thumbs up right there, you know? Like and subscribe, guys. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. It helps me, all right? I'm trying to build this channel from the piso, from the ground all the way to the tippity toppity. You already know how it is. It's a grind. It's a hustle. But like I was saying, I'm happy for Francis Ngannou that he actually made the decision to leave the UFC. because there's not a lot of fighters that would have done that in his position. Okay.
He was willing to fight.
Fight John Jones. The money wasn't right. He leaves. Dana White and the UFC starts writing their own narrative. Dana White starts basically claiming that John Jones is the greatest of all time. He is pound for pound the greatest of all time. And that's the UFC's and Dana White's narrative. But look, this is an exciting fight. It happens this Saturday. This Saturday, I will be purchasing this one. This one is, I think it's like for $50. That's what the UFC used to cost. The UFC used to cost $50 pay per view back in 2007, 2008, 2006, around there. So for $50, you get to watch, you know, arguably pound for pound best heavyweight to ever touch the planet.
Oh, and mind you,
Let's not, PFL, they're doing a great job. Let's not even talk about the co-main event where, the girl who's fighting Cyborg, she's the last person to I believe beat Kayla Harrison. All right?
and right
Now
now,
the UFC is promoting Kayla Harrison, as this savior for the women's bantamweight division, when in reality, Kayla Harrison laid an egg. Okay, and so did Pena. Juliana Pena laid an egg as well. Both of them laid an egg. I care less about that division, actually. And I'm a Juliana Pena fan. I'm a fan of Pena. Okay, I really am. I've done this, said that this girl, what she needs to be doing once she leaves the UFC and puts that belt down, I really think she needs to focus in and hone in on her coaching ability. If you didn't watch The Ultimate Fighter with her coaching that season, Juliana Pena is a born coach. Okay, I seen it. I've been around a lot of coaches, and let me tell you something. Juliana Pena knows what she's talking about. And she's a great coach. She will have, if she was to open up a gym and start coaching fighters, I really think she'll be very, very successful. So I have great things to say about Juliana Pena. However, you cannot say that she hasn't been doing a great job of selling the Kayla Harrison fight with herself. Okay? Really haven't.
so
The PFL, they're a little different, from they're a little different, from the UFC in the aspect of I haven't seen a lot of promotion for this Battle of the Giants. I think the only promotion that I actually saw was a press conference, and that was like two months ago, that press conference, which I don't know. The timing of it is weird to me because it's like, you're gonna hold a press conference 2 months before the fight. Like, I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me. I mean, even if they were gonna hold a press conference then, I think it was in August, they should hold another press conference. They should have held another press conference. Most likely this week, they should have held one. But I haven't seen anything about any press conferences. Um, Yeah, PFL does things differently. Not a lot of promotion, especially when they have the key ingredients, which is Francis Ngannou. I just don't understand why they're not, uh, doing a lot of promotional things for this fight. Maybe they have a budget and they went over budget already. I have no idea. I really don't. But yeah, not a lot of promotion when it comes to the Battle of the Giants. You know, really, they haven't.
they
They
really
haven't.
But I'm gonna be watching.
watching this fight. I'm gonna be watching this fight. I'm excited for this fight. You know, they're two large men who I think um, bring diversity to the mixed martial arts atmosphere. You know, I rather pay for. I'm just being honest. I rather pay for this fight to watch this one, Francis Ngannou versus Ferreira or Ferreira. I'd rather watch this fight than watch the John Jones versus Stipe fight. I'm just being real. I mean, don't get me wrong. That card is a great card. You know what I mean? But
I haven't seen Steve.
Stipe Miocic in about 4 to 5 years, and that's the truth. And the last time I did see I did see Stipe Miocic, he was getting folded by Francis Ngannou.
So for me, I'm
I'm not really excited to give 80, $90 to a pay per view that's might be lackluster. You know, might be lackluster. I rather fight. I rather fight. I rather spend my hard earned money. You know, and the pay per view is less. It's not $80. It's not $90. It's $50. It's less money, and I get to watch arguably the pound for pound best heavyweight fighter to ever do it in Francis Ngannou. Sorry. I mean, yeah, maybe PFL did a smart thing in having it this week because of course next week that the UFC has a big pay-per-view in El Tapoya and Max Holloway. Of course, I'm gonna spend my money to watch that. But if we're talking about Stipe Miocic versus John Jones, I, bro, you lost me. You lost me there. Honestly, you really lost me because it's like, no, no, I don't want to watch that. I really don't. I don't even know how. Stipe is like 40 something years old. Literally.
so I don't think I
I
want
want to see that. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. He's not no Euro Romero. Where Euro Romero was 40 years old, but he was athletic. He was a freak of nature. That's not the Stipe we get. Okay?
to. It just isn't. Oh man.
And now the PFL is here. They're promoting. Hey, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. All right, it goes a long way. It really goes a long way. I appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe. Thank y'all so much. I'm just trying to build this channel up from the piso, from the ground all the way to the tippity top. You already know what it is. But the PFL here, they got a new super fight belt that they're promoting. They're doing a good job of promoting that. They have like a whole video on it. How many seconds is this? It's like a 2 minute video or something like that. It's a nice, good-looking belt. It says Super Fights on it. It says PFL on it. It has like 10 sides to the frame or whatnot. I mean, the belt looks fantastic, but I just still I don't know why they're making videos about new unveiling new super fight belts when what they should be doing is um, doing, I don't want to say countdowns or embeddeds, but they should be doing things like that. You know, more promotion for Francis Ngannou. I mean, unless they know something that I don't know. Unless they're you know they're counting on for beating Francis Ngannou, right? And then Ferrer carrying the PFL into his promised land. I have no idea what their plans are. I really don't. But from the looks of it, it looks like they have no plan at all. mean, come on. Where's the
Just being real.
just being real? Just being real. I want to see how many pay-per-views are sold for this one. I do want to see that. I wonder. I wonder how many people are gonna actually buy this and not steal it, because it's cheaper. It's $50, guys. You know. So, I just wonder. I just wonder. And I honestly think it's very disrespectful for Tom Aspinall to discredit Francis Ngannou. That was a turnoff. That was a turnoff by me. And look, I, I'm not a huge Tom Aspinall fan. I'm really not. You know what I mean? I respect the guy. You know what I mean? He's been on the up and up, right? But for him to say that Francis Ngannou is not top 10, he's not a top 10 guy.
What are you talking
Talking about? What are you talking about that Francis Ngannou is not a top 10 guy?
I'm highly
Confused. Cause I could have sworn he folded the 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 champion at the time in the UFC, right? And I could have sworn he went into boxing, a sport that he's never done, right? He went into boxing and went all the rounds and made it to the decision with Tyson Fury, and a lot of people thought that he won that fight. And he's not top 10. That was the dumbest, one of the stupidest, the just atrocious blasphemy comments that Tom Aspinall could say. I'll tell you this right now. He's losing fans. Tom Aspinall is losing fans. Talking talking shit like this, it just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't.
sorry for stating that.
Obvious. It just doesn't. How dare you say he's not top 10? It's literally, he's not top 10? What? How? I'm not understanding here. I'm not understanding.
I'm really not.
Because Francis Ngannou beat your number two, your number two and, three, and uh, just the dumbest. The dumbest. Let me tell you something. It's the dumbest. But I'm going to watch this. I'm going to watch this fight. I'm excited for it. You know? We're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see how this ends out, ends up. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to see how this ends up, But one more thing. Hey, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, guys. Thank you so much. But another thing that I want to bring up is, according to BJPenn.com, Kayla Harrison came out with some statements. And she accused PFL of basically of treating their fighters poorly, right? I think everything is perspective. It really is. I think everything is perspective, and if PFL is treating their fighters not very good, I could just imagine how the UFC is treating their fighters.
Especially if you're not.
Not, on the top. If you're just one of those fighters who are coming up, I wonder how those fighters are treated in the UFC.
Because I heard some.
Complaints in the UFC. I heard many complaints in the UFC. Many. So this wouldn't be the first time for a fighter in general to complain and accuse an organization of treating their employees poorly. So for Kayla Harrison, look.
I don't know.
I don't know her situation. I don't know what was her situation with the PFL. but I can say this is that
You should always
just keep your momentum and your focus looking forward. You know what I mean? If you're looking constantly at the rear view, that's when you could get into a car accident. Okay? So just pay attention to the front of you, the windshield. Pay attention to that, and forget about everything in the past. You know what I mean? That's in the past. So for Kayla Harrison, she needs to move on. And another topic I want to bring up before I get out of here is Tony Ferguson. All right, I'll stay bringing this guy up, and I'm bringing him up because on the same day that I put out a video about how I'm happy that Francis Ngannou, he actually is making decision. He's making the decision when to leave the sport. It was a whole topic about, fighters not knowing when to really get out, when is the right time to get out, and brain damage and CTE and all that stuff. It was a really, really good video on that I made. And we talked about that topic, and I had touched up on Tony Ferguson. And right after, literally like a day after I made that video, maybe not even a day, a few hours later, on Twitter, I see Tony Ferguson saying that he's not going to retire and that he wants to take, a few more fights. And I guess while I was reading that, there was another post of Cowboy Cerrone, basically saying he wants to come back to UFC and he would love to get that rematch with Tony Ferguson. Of course you would love to get that rematch with Tony Ferguson. Of course you would. I mean, he's in an 8-fight losing streak. His chin is not made the way it used to be. His Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is damn near non-existent, okay, because of so much brain damage and CTE. The guy was just a mix of skittle bags on the ground when it comes to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He had the skills, but it's just that Father Time came and all them skills went away. Okay? So for Donald Cerrone to say he's willing to come back and fight Tony Ferguson, I think you're an idiot. Okay? Because one, Tony Ferguson has been getting tested by the UFC. He's been competing in the UFC. And yeah, he's in an 8-fight losing skid. He should retire right now. I wish he would have retired after the Chandler fight. But let's keep it moving, right?
you've been doing.
Steroids the whole time. You even admitted it. I saw an interview with you at the UFC, at a UFC event, Donald Cerrone, talking about, oh, yeah, I'm on that, what is it, TRT? He was like, yeah, I'm on that TRT, and, I'm feeling young again, and my old lady better watch out. Oh, you've been taking, the juice. So of course you would wanna fight Tony Ferguson, especially now. Look, Donald Cerrone, stay your ass up out of the octagon, okay? That's my opinion towards that, and call out somebody else rather than Tony Ferguson. All right, call out somebody else. So fight somebody who's not on a losing streak. Okay? Don't try to get an easy win. No. That's disrespectful and atrocious, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all about Donald Cerrone calling out Tony Ferguson now. Why you ain't call him out after he whipped your ass? Could have called him out then. But like, I want that rematch. You ain't call him out then because your face was lopsided. That's why. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, guys. It goes a long way. I'm trying to build this channel up. You already know what it is, guys. Well, we're about to hit that 30-minute mark. I'm 25 minutes in, and you know what happens after the 25-minute mark, 30-minute mark? We start talking about any topics that there is. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start talking about anything that I want besides this MMA stuff. All right, let's talk about my Knicks, huh? How about them Knicks? Did a humongous trade. You know, we got Cat on the team. We got a bunch of good players on the team. We got our point guard already. That's it. We ready to go now. Now, how about this smack stuff? Or should I say slap? Power slap. That's what it's called. Now, how about this power slap stuff, man? Huh? How about it? You guys watch it at all? You guys entertained by this? Every so often I'll come across, you know, a slap clip, and it just makes me laugh. And I'm watching it right now, but it really makes me laugh. It literally does. Because I don't know how in their right minds they're willing to just stand there and just get smacked like that. It just doesn't make sense to me. You know? You're not meant to, man, these guys are losing massive amount of brain damage. This guy right now has been smacked so many times, his eye is swollen.
Holy shit.
He smacked the shit out of this guy. He smacked the shit out of this guy. Holy crap. I think it's so crazy, you know, when they get smacked, they be like, boom, they get smacked, and they be like, and they try to like stay focused, and it's like, this shit is a car crash, man. And Dana White is there, you know, chopping on the bits, just yeah, give me that entertainment I need. Craziness, bro, craziness. All right, here we go. We're about to get another smack here. We're about to get another smack here. Here we go.
Oh. Oh man,
He's calling him a pussy now. He's saying pussy ass boy because he smacked him and it wasn't as hard.
this is crazy.
This whole shit is nuts, man. Literally. I don't understand how. I this this is not a sport. This power slap shit is weak as fuck. I'm sorry, bro. It literally is. I don't understand shit.
I don't understand
This
it.
shit, man. I really don't.
Wow, unbelievable.
All right, guys. I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna leave it there. All right. It's been almost 30 minutes now. That's a short segment. But you know what? I had a blast. I had a blast talking about what I wanted to talk about. If you're excited like I am, I'm very excited to see Francis Ngannou and ready to see him perform. I think he'll be able to get the knockout. I think he'll be able to get the nod and the W. Best of luck to both men. And best of luck to all the fighters on the card, right? Um, Thank you, PFL, for this beautiful card and for making it $50. I appreciate it. One love, y'all. Y'all be good. You already know.